Hey everybody, it's Pac-Man from Drunk Monkey Garage. Glad you're joining us in this first of a series on painting the U.S. General Mini Toolbox from Harbor Freight. As you might have seen, Jeremy Diamond over at Diamond Custom Paint and I are doing a paint off. I'm not sure quite yet what I'm going to be doing with my toolbox, but I'm sure it's going to involve some metal flakes, so I think we'll get this sanded down, taped up and prepped. Okay, so we've got everything sanded down that we want to paint. I've got everything that I don't want painted masked off. I was going to try to take the hinge rod out of the lid here, but it seems a little too hard to get out and I don't want to damage it, so we're just going to tape that off and go with that. I do want to paint the inside here. The lower part is going to be covered with a matte, so I'm not too worried about that. But I do want this inner lid painted. So we've got that scuffed down real good. We're going to paint all these surfaces. And for the drawers, it has handles that go on here, so I tape that off so that it doesn't get too thick. The tops I do want painted, and the faces I want painted. Everything else is taped off. So, with that being said, I'm going to get some silver metal flake. I think I'm going to mix in a little bit of gold, just to give it some flair. And we'll mix that in an Intercoat clear. So I've got 3 sizes of flake here. I've got a 0.002 flake that's light gold, a 0.008 light gold, and a 0.004 silver. So we're going to mix the 3 of these and see what kind of creation we can make. I am going to measure it in case I need to make up another batch, but I'm just going to go by eye and see what looks good. So we're going to put a scoop of this in. We'll add a little bit of the 0.08, 008. And then a little bit of the 0.002. So that sets us right at 10 grams. We're going to stir that up, see what that looks like. I'm going to bring you in here a little closer so you guys can see this. I think we're looking pretty good. That's going to give us a nice coverage on that. Alrighty. We're mixed up. I'm going to get masked up and we'll get in the booth. So when I'm spraying flake, I like to wear a disposable paint suit. And I'm using my AeroPro A610 with a 1.5 tip. Usually with this smaller flake, it should be fine. So I'm gonna get masked up, we'll get in the booth and start spraying. Okay, so we've got our metal flake laid down. That's drying right now. We did use an intercoat clear, so it's going to dry pretty quickly. I'm going to give it about 30 minutes. And then we're going to get all the metal flake mess cleaned up, and then we'll give it a coat of intercoat clear. I'm going to use the SC300 again from PPG. This is a good lockdown clear. Dries hard, sands easy, and after that dries tomorrow, we'll be able to sand that down and get ready to lay out our graphics. All right, so I got my clear all mixed up, my intercoat clear. We're going to use the Beast with a 1.3 tip. This is from American Dream. It's a high transfer efficiency gun. We're going to use that to spray the lockdown clear. Since I use the intercoat clear to spray the flake, it is pretty chunky, so it may take a few coats to get that smoothed out. So let's get in the booth and get to it. What do you think we should do with it? So I apologize for the quality of the video inside the paint booth, but I'm not going to take my phone in there when I'm spraying metal flake and clear. I got this cheapo camera. It's a 4K Ultra HD, but it's a generic Amazon camera. I paid about 50 bucks for it. So I'm willing to sacrifice that, but the quality isn't as good as on my phone. So anyway, we've got the metal flake down. I used a clear base coat to put that down, so it dried a little faster than the regular clear coat that I usually mix it with, which made the flake stand up a little more. Therefore, I had to put about 6 coats of lockdown clear on it. So we're gonna wait for that to dry overnight, and then tomorrow we'll sand that smooth and be ready for the graphics we're gonna do. That being said, I'm not sure what direction I'm gonna go with this toolbox yet. So our base is black with a silver and gold metal flake over it. And then I'm going to ask you guys your opinion on what direction I should take this. So leave that down in the comments, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Head on over to the Diamond Custom Paint YouTube channel and subscribe to them as well. And we'll see you in the next one. Until then, cheers.